How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Show y'all a little something here. This is what I'm doing for my jailbreak, by the way. It's PS3 update. PS3 updat.pup. No E. So you should have a PS3 folder inside of your flash drive, an update folder inside of the PS3 folder, so PS3 update, and then your HFW should look like that. That was my fault on the last video. I was saying updat.pup. It's PS3 updat.pup. That's your HFW. If you guys are downloading any homebrews, these are all of my homebrews that I use, I would like to show you the way that they're supposed to be formatted. So your Apollo, for your Apollo save tool, that'll be apollo-ps3.pkg. I had to rename all these files, and I used Google and sent it pictures to the AI, and I asked Google, how do I rename these files so they're recognized by my PS3? That's your Irisman. So your Irisman, you can install games, which is what we're going to do today. And your Irisman, so what Irisman does is when you download games from like ROM websites, you can format them in a jailbroken way on certain websites, and Irisman will pick them up as a physical copy. So, you know, the PlayStation can only read one disc at a time. Hence the term physical copy. So you go into Irisman to switch between all of your physical copies of games. You load Irisman up, which we'll be doing today, and you pick which game. Then afterwards, when you pick your game, it's going to close it out. It's going to close it out to your PlayStation menu, and your game will appear. We're also going to be going over a couple other things today. Note that I have 2 flash drives right here, and we're going to get into detail about it because you guys might be running into a problem such as what I did, and I didn't really talk about it in the last video, so we're going to get to that today. These are 2 different flash drives. This is an older flash drive. It's 16. They're both the same, SanDisk, but this is a 16 gigabyte, and this is a 128 gigabyte. So anyways, these are all of my homebrew apps, my IOSO launcher. So for like ISO games, which I haven't even got to yet. Every game that I've only downloaded 2 games, and we're going to be installing the second one today. I have 17 games on my PS3, but they're all from the PKGI store. 2 of them, which I installed one already as a test to make sure I knew what I was doing before showing you guys, and we're going to be installing the other. So your multi-man, you need your multi-man. That lets you access into your PS3's files. So like, if I wanted to go into my properties onto my computer and check out everything, you know, or my settings, right, or everything that's on my desktop, that's what multi-man does for you to a PlayStation. You get to check out everything that you got on your desktop. You get to go inside of your files. You can copy stuff over. We're going to be doing things the computer way today, though. PKGI. I also have that converted with my config.txt and DB format. I'm using no PlayStation, so it's supposed to look exactly like this. I had Google. I said to Google, I am installing the PKGI store onto my jailbroken PS3 4.93 with HEN. I want to use no PlayStation with PKGI. Can you give me the correct format for my text files. It told me this is what you're going to put in your configuration.txt, your config text. I didn't show this in my last video. And your configuration text will be above your DB format. And nothing goes in your DB format. It's just your configuration text. The configuration text allows PKGI to go off of a server. So you can use different servers. You can use different websites. But having this in your configuration text allows PKGI to do what it needs to do to connect to no pay station. I'm going to have to use something different once PSN shuts their servers down, because this is based off the PSN server, if I'm correct. I will no longer be able to use this once Sony shuts their servers down, because that's what no pay station is based off of. PS2 Classics, GUI, one of these is for my computer. I think it's this one. This is supposed to be on my computer. One of them's for the PlayStation to like play PlayStation 2 games, and one of them is for my computer. And then Webman Mod, that's how you want your format to look. Webman Mod goes with Multiman. The only thing that has to be in a certain order is when you're using PKGI configuration text that has your server in it is above the DB format. What's in here? Yeah, this is a computer program. That's my computer program to reformat PS2 games. That'll be another video. That's not what we're doing today. So that's an empty folder. And yeah, don't mind that PS2 Classics. So this is a 128 gigabyte USB hard drive. I reformatted it. I thought, at least I reformatted it with FAT32 to a 32 kilobyte configuration. I'll plug it in. Give me 1 second. I tried to plug it in my HDMI. So I'll show you, and this is my PS3 is not reading this hard drive. So I renamed it PS3 USB. I don't know if that matters or not. Games, 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand. It's got everything it needs in it. But my PS3 will not pick up the flash drive. No. I'm running FAT32. I'm running FAT32. It's working properly. It's been configured. It's been, you know, everything that it needs to be. I don't know what the problem is there. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to reform. Oh, I'll show you guys one more thing. I used AOMEI Partition Assistant. So you guys can see I'm running MBR. That's my hard drive to my computer. This is my USB. I'm running FAT32. It had me do one of these. Forgot what it was, but it had me do one of these. It's a $30 hard drive. I don't think it really matters if you see the serial number or not. And everything that I did on here I made sure to apply. I made sure I did that. So when I first put it in, it was like an NFID or something crazy. It was like weird. And just wasn't picking it up. So we're going to take a mental note of this, and then we're going to plug in my other flash drive, and we're going to see what the problem is here. So if you guys are trying to do this and your PlayStation isn't picking up your flash drive, it's free. And it does not come with any extra firmware or whatever, you know, and it ain't doing that. Because my computer would have picked all that up. So I'm going to wipe the hard drive because let me make sure I got another copy of this game first. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Ha! You can literally wipe your computer. Alright, that was my fault, ladies and gentlemen. I did not know that was going to take that long. Alright, so I got my game. Minimize that. Let's go into here. Boom. We're going to eject the new hard drive that I just got that's not working. And put in old reliable. There we go. This is old reliable. So I didn't even rename this one. Didn't have to. This is the game that I installed, and you'll see it on my PS3 very soon. I copied it over to my hard drive already. We want to take our game, this is an extra folder. This is the folder that we want. When you download a game, it may, because it did it for SmackDown vs. Raw, and it also did it for my 50 Cent game. It made an extra folder. We just drag it on over here. And we copy. This only works for games that have files under 4 gigabytes. / 4 gigabytes and under. This may take a little bit, so I will return. Oh, and real quick, I'm going to show you guys where I get my games. Because they don't do this. There is no extra firmware, no extra malware, nothing in any of these games that I've downloaded so far. So I'm on PS3. It's already on PS3. See how it's a little bit lighter. Let's say I wanted to download Grand Theft Auto. Now, I already have all these on the digital PKGI because I used the no pay station. So, look at that, you get little previews and everything. So let's say I wanted to, oh, here's a great example. If you're using PKGI on no pay station, a lot of your games are not going to come with the complete edition. So check this out. Let's say you wanted to play Mafia 2. You can get the full edition. Let's say you wanted to play, oh, I didn't mean to click on And let's say you wanted all your DLCs. Here's a great game. The Complete Edition. It's already in JB folder format. So the way that we're doing this is jailbroken folder format. When you download games from all different types of websites, sometimes they come in ISOs. We are not doing ISOs. We're doing JB folder formats. This game may not work the way we're doing it because it is 32 gigabytes. So I recommend doing a game with lower memory. I just downloaded LA Noire on the PKGI. So I bet maybe that's not a good example. I'd say Mafia 2 is a good example. It's only an 8.97 gigabyte game. I doubt there's going to be a file in here larger than 4 gigabytes. So I already have it as JB folder. I click download, and after it's done downloading, it's going to come into a file like this. It's going to look like that. So I just pull it up. I'm not opening my file right there. I'm going into my downloads. It's a 7-zip file, so you need to get WinRAR. You need to get WinZip or 7-zip. I'm using WinZip, trial edition of course. Unzip to folder. Not unzip, not unzip to recent folder. Unzip to folder. I click that, and then it's going to make me a folder like this. You don't use this extra folder. You go inside. If there's two of these, like if there's one folder that looks like this and another folder that looks like this, you got to go inside the first one and just drag this. This is the folder you want. It's a 6 gigabyte game, but I don't see any file in here that's larger than 4 gigabytes. And I've checked it out pretty good here, you know, I mean, I've really went in it. So I got everything I need. But I figured I'd show you guys that as well. And while we're waiting for this game to copy, we will return. Alright, the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my TV ready. Boom. Alright, so you see the game? It's on here. So my theory is that if it doesn't work, nah, this is less memory than my SmackDown game. My SmackDown game worked just fine. Alright, everything's in my flash drive. I go into here, click on my flash drive, right click it, eject. The light's gonna go away. Or maybe it won't. But it's safe to eject. I'm gonna plug this in to my PlayStation before I turn it on. So give me 1 second. I just don't want to keep pausing and all that bullcrap. Alright, so as I said in my other video, I use an off-brand controller, so I have to plug it in and unplug it. Alright, we should be good to go. Rock and roll, baby. Let's get the good old remotes. Yes, I named it PS3. We're going to log into our jailbreak. And to anyone that doesn't have a jailbroken PS3 yet, it's so cool. I should have showed y'all. It says PS3 HEN on the side. Alright, so first things first. Enable your HEN. I think we're at about 17 games now. 15 digital games. And then, yeah, your HEN's going to pop up right there. And since this is a physical copy, you know, if you're using your PKGI, no PlayStation, it's connected off of a PlayStation server, it would be right here. But we're doing a physical copy. So I'm going to go down to my Irisman. It's going to take a second. So this is my hard drive. This is my hard drive. We don't want this. We want USB. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. We want the USB hard drive. So when I opened it, it was showing my hard drive game because see how there's two of them? Watch. USB and hard drive. So you want to go to your USB. So when I opened it, I just kept pressing the up arrow. Now I want to scroll over left and right. I'm going to press triangle. And we're going to copy game. When we copy this game, it's going to transfer it over to my internal hard drive. So I guess you could technically play it off of your USB drive, but from what I was told is that it's going to be super laggy. And since I still have like 100 and something gigabytes left, 250 gigabyte hard drive, I might as well just take it down to like 60, maybe 70, and then just keep it at that. So I'm going to be clearing up a couple games soon, and because there's a few games I want from the website that I use, and we'll take it from there. So that's it. So if you guys have any questions, any concerns, feel free to ask. This is going to take a while. What it's doing is it's checking the file. I mean, it says you can skip it. I don't do that. I'm not in a hurry by any means. So, and I don't want to mess it up, so I just let it do its thing. After it's done checking the file, it's just going to start copying everything over, and that's about it. So, yeah, it'll tell you when it's done, and then you can... When you're playing these physical copies, you have to open it with Irisman. I'm sure there's other... Oh yeah, this is going to pop up too. Yes, we want to copy it over. And this is super quick. This is super quick. Way faster than installing games from, you know, the PSN store and whatnot. This will take 5 to 10 minutes. It's just scanning everything first before it starts installing. So, yeah, have fun, man. Enjoy it. You know, you got... Yes, they're shutting the PSN store down, but we have access. I did all of this for free. The only thing I paid for was the controller. You know, I already had everything else. Right, so... I got the PlayStation from a buddy, long story short. You know, I had to get a power cord. Okay, so a power cord and a controller. And the controller came with the cable. And I just figured it out from there. I wanted free games. You know, I got the PlayStation for free, so why not get a bunch of free stuff? And I just started Googling and YouTube and stuff. So any questions, concerns, you see what's going on. When this is done, it's over with. So, and then I can open it up from Irisman at any time. So, y'all have a good one. Thank you.